Dear friends, good morning to everyone. Today we are making a new video, and in this video we will talk to you about gas pipes as we saw in the last one, in the previous video. We talked about replacing these pipes with standard compliant pipes that provide us with maximum safety and ensure we comply with regulations. The pipe we are going to install today is this one. Indeed, the latest type of pipe, the one that complies with the new regulation called EN 14800. Now we will disassemble the oven and see this replacement. Well, now that we have taken out the oven, let's start with the operation. The first thing to do is to close the gas valve. So once it's closed, we equip ourselves with a wrench. In this case, a number 24 wrench is needed, and we go to unscrew the first joint that is on the oven. Well, now we also need to unscrew from the wall side, always with the same wrench, of course. Here, this is the pipe we have, which is the old type. And so now it needs to be replaced. To comply with regulations and to be safe with this new type of pipe that can be found in any hardware store, let's say that the advantage of this pipe is that it is definitely safer, because with this old type of pipe, in some cases, it happened that the small hole would form between these coils, leading to a gas leak. So now we remove these yellow caps that keep the gasket, very important. So we start the replacement by attaching it to the wall side, placing the gasket and tightening with the wrench. And now we install the other part on the oven. We also place the gasket here. There are two important things to mention here. The first thing is, when you invite this fitting onto the oven, you must be very careful to place it correctly. And if you feel it becomes tight immediately, you should not tighten it with the wrench, but loosen it and try again by hand. You need to bring it to tighten it by hand first, because if you use the wrench right away, as soon as it feels tight, you risk damaging the threading of this fitting, and then there will be a consequent gas leak. So it needs to be coated well first. There, you need to tighten it with your hands. First thing, that is, it needs to make a few turns. Once you've tightened it with your hands, it clearly needs to be secured with a wrench. In this case, however, it's important to use two wrenches, one to hold the pipe below, and one that is used for tightening. With this wrench here, you need to hold the pipe steady, and with this one, you tighten. This is important because if you don't use this wrench, the pipe will twist, and this could, over time, cause some problems. So this is how you tighten it. Or how tight should it be? Should be tightened well, but not to the point of over-tightening. Because by over-tightening, sometimes it happens that you can damage the internal gasket, which is made of rubber, leading to a gas leak. There, that's sufficient. Now, once we have tightened, we clearly need to check that there are no leaks at these joints. To do this, we need to equip ourselves with a glass, a little water, and some liquid soap. Or there are specific products available in spray cans that can be purchased at hardware stores. So now we prepare this water solution. And soap, referring to our video. To see this operation, specifically the verification, I can refer you, as in one of our videos, to how to find gas leaks. Well, now we replace the hose on the cooktop. Basically, you have to do the same operation, but this one needs to be done completely underneath. So, first you disconnect from the main gas outlet and then disconnect it under the cooktop. Clearly, the operation to be done here is exactly the same as we did before with the oven, because essentially the hoses have the same connections and therefore the same tools are used. So now we take a new hose. Here's what I mentioned earlier. The standard N 14800, which is printed here on the sheet of the sheet. So we always find the caps that hold the seals in place. And we start making this replacement beginning from under the cooktop. Here too, you need to be careful to tighten first by hand. And when you've reached the end of the thread by hand, you can use the wrench. In this case as well, I should help you with the other wrench to hold the pipe steady. Now the replacement operation has been completed. Now we need to check that there are no gas leaks. And for this, as I have already told you, I refer you to our video. How to find gas leaks. Dear friends, for today we are done. We hope this video is useful to you, and we'll see you in the next one. Please make sure to subscribe to the channel and leave comments on the YouTube channel. Thank you all and goodbye.